Mike Zimmer, head coach of the Minnesota Vikings, joins us now. Undoubtedly pumped for the game against the LA Chargers. And somebody once told me playing hard and losing is akin to a fighter working hard and going the distance, but almost always getting knocked out. You kind of feel like that right now?
Yeah, sometimes, I talk to our guys about, championship fights and club fighters, and the club fighters go and they go practice real hard and get beat. But, we just have to overcome some of these things. I got to do a better job of trying to get the players to understand what's going to win the game for us. And, hopefully being in these situations will help us in the future.
Well, as the fighting vibe would go, I mean, obviously you want to be like a heavyweight champion, but you're not a tomato can either. So, I mean, it's just like trying to figure out how to knock somebody out repeatedly when you've played so well for so long. How frustrating is that?
Yeah, it's been really frustrating. 7 out of the 8 games have come down to last play of the game. And when you do that, you win some and you lose some. And so, we got to get to the point where we put them on the canvas.
You guys, I mean, in a strange season, very strange season, you guys are averaging 30 points per game on the road, about 20, 21 at home. But stylistically or excitement-wise, the two have been so different, home and road. Any idea why?
Not really. I think a little bit has to do with who we're playing and things like that. But, I don't have any real reason why, we're scoring more points on the road. We did get a kickoff return last week for a touchdown, and, so that helped as well. But, it's just, the last week the quarterback was running around a lot. He made some play. They converted 4th downs quite a few times. This team coming up they're going to go for 4th down on their own 16-yard line. We're going to have to do a great job on 4th downs as well.
Have you ever come across a team that legitimately would run plays to set up a 60-yard field goal? I mean, now they didn't kick a 60-yard field goal, but I mean, with this Justin Tucker, what you can do as a coach, that's unbelievable.
Yeah, he's terrific. He didn't get many opportunities this last ball game until the end, but we need to do a better job defensively in the red zone. We've always been fantastic with not giving people touchdowns in the red zone, and we haven't been quite as good this year. So we're going to have to work on that as well.
When whether it's home or road, Mike, when the offense seems to get stuck during games, it's staying stuck. For I don't even know if it's a quarter and a half, whatever. Do you agree with that? And what are some ways to get around it?
Well, I think it's what it has been. There's been some times that we haven't been able. We go out and we start the game and score a touchdown, score 2 touchdowns. Then we had a 3rd and 1 and didn't make that. And then we've got some penalties which knock us back into some long yardage situations. I think we just got to keep our foot on the gas, and we have. The other thing I've been thinking about is, when we get a turnover on defense or we make a big play, a stop on 4th down or something like that, I think we're going to have to bring the offensive guys together and say, hey, look, fellas, now it's time to go. Let's go score a touchdown here and let's put this game away.
Justin Herbert, quarterback for the LA Chargers. What does he look like?
Very, very strong arm. Reads coverages well. He moves in the pocket nice. He's got a chance to be a big-time quarterback.
He ran for, I think, an 8-yard touchdown against Philadelphia. Is running a legitimate part of his game?
Yeah, he doesn't. He wants to get the ball out and throw it. But he does remind me a lot of the great arm quarterbacks that can move. There's been a lot of them, but he throws the ball very well. He throws the ball to the outside very well. Gets the ball in the middle of the field nice. And he does a good job on the boots.
The primary running back the LA Chargers use is Austin Eckler. His story is terrific. Undrafted from Division II Western Colorado in 2017. What do you like about Eckler's game?
Well, he's very good running routes. He's a hard guy to tackle because he's very shifty. He's a very competitive guy. Carries the ball well. Does a nice job on the screens.
Kene Wangu and the kick return in the game against Baltimore to start the second half. What a kick start there. That was phenomenal. First kick return touchdown for the Vikings since Cordero Patterson in 2016 against Arizona. he raced by you just like a champion. I mean, did you feel the breeze as he went by you?
Yeah, he was going pretty fast. I didn't think any of those guys were going to catch him once he got to the open. But, our guys did a really nice job blocking for him, and he found a nice seam.
And with you on the sideline when something like this is happening, because I haven't watched it back, like, did you have any reaction? Did you point to make sure he goes the right way?
No, I don't think so. I just hope that he didn't, run out of bounds or get knocked out or anything like that.
And he was very close to the boundary, too. And just another thing that makes Justin Tucker so smart and so good is you could tell he wasn't trying to hit he was trying to take an angle away to get him to the boundary, man. And nice job by Kene Wangu. Mike Zimmer, X's and O's, KFAM, Minnesota Vikings Radio Network. Is it fair to say that from an offensive standpoint, you wanted to get Dalvin mixed in more in this Baltimore game. That happened. He's got 90 in the first quarter, then he goes back to 82 and so on. It's when things that you want to do get taken away, how is that handled? Like, do you work with Clint? Do you work with the offensive staff on the sideline or what?
Yeah, we communicate throughout the course of the ball game about things we feel like they're taken away, things we need to get to. We probably didn't get the ball to Jefferson enough. We probably didn't get the ball to Thielen enough the other day. We started out the first play of the game with a reverse to Jefferson, and he got about 10. But we got to keep those guys involved, and we got to keep Dalvin involved. So, all three of those guys have to have some opportunities.
After you got the unfortunate news with Harrison Smith Sunday morning, let's say 4 or 5 hours before the game, what goes into getting Cam Bynum up to speed that quickly? Yeah,
well, Carl Scott did a really nice job. Cam actually ended up having to play the other safety position, different. Usually he's playing free safety, and he ended up playing the strong safety this time. So that was he had a couple misfits on a couple blitzes in the game, but that he hadn't run before. So, but for the most part, he did a nice job. The interception he had, we were cheating the coverage over there, and I don't think the quarterback saw him. So, that was a nice play by him.
Yep.
Good job to get up and run back to the 16-yard line.
Very athletic. I mean, that was a heck of a catch on the interception. Does he retain things quickly? Is he an even keeled guy? What's he like?
Yeah, he's pretty even keeled. He, when he first came in here, learned moving from corner out of college to safety, it took him a little bit of while to understand the differences in that. But I think he's done a really nice job.
With Mason Cole, who had started 32 games for Arizona, center and guard, and he got a spot start for you. Overall, how did he do in that situation? And it's just one of those games where, I mean, you know more about it than we're ever going to know. But the thrust up the middle and the problems up the middle didn't seem to be a problem.
Yeah, he did a really nice job. One time there's a little leakage in there, but for the most part, he got everybody on the right page. He did a good job in getting his guys blocked, and did a nice job in protection. They give you a lot of different looks.
What positive steps did Christian Darrisaw take in this game, his third start?
Yeah, when you watch Darrisaw, you see the athleticism, obviously, and really there's no panic in him. I think he's got a chance to be a really, really good player. There's a couple hiccups that he had in there, like they all do, but for the most part, his pass protection, guys don't get around him, and if they do, he's athletic enough to push him by the quarterback. He's solid in his protection. He's not going to get bowled back, and he's got good feet.
So kind of like a horse trainer who has an allegedly talented horse who hasn't raced yet. They're reserved in saying, hey, I think this is going to be a really, really nice horse. And it's kind of like that with pro athletes too, where you only got 3 starts here, but you're sensing that you can see that Christian has a chance to be special.
Yeah, I think he really does. You don't want to jump ahead too much, but I do feel like he's got a chance to solidify that left tackle position for a long time.
Lastly, Mike Zimmer, X's and O's, Linval Joseph led them in tackles, the Chargers, in the victory over Philadelphia. That is LA Charger Linval Joseph. Does he still play like he's hungry?
Yeah, Linval, he's very strong. He plays blocks really well. He's very powerful at the point of attack. And he's a guy that, you can tell he's He gets double teams all the time, but he just keeps going. He's just a tough, great person.
Thanks for the chat, and best of luck against those LA Chargers.
All right, thanks, Paul.